Hello, I'm Elizabeth Diaz, and this is the explanation of lesson plan number 9. In the informative data, we have the theme, environment pollution, and this lesson is created for students of second baccalaureate, which proficiency level is elementary, and this lesson plan has a duration of 45 minutes. And related with the TEF objectives, we have the first one that is identify and follow instructions. In speaking, students have to talk about some causes and effects of pollution in the environment. In reading, they have to identify main ideas and make analysis of the paragraphs. And finally, in writing, they have to construct sentences using cause effects connectors. So in the methodology, I use the communicative language teaching, direct method, audiolingual method, and the strategies are whole class work, pair work, close reading, graphic organizer, and micro selection. In the anticipatory set, first I will place a poster and ask them to analyze what each of the images represents, and I will ask them to identify the problems they observe in them. So in main teaching input, the word activity will be that after having identified the problems that each image represents, I will write on the board some ideas of the students about what they think each image is about. And then I will form groups of 4 people and ask them to make a list of the causes and effects of each of the problems. And then I will ask them to organize their ideas in a graphic organizer. And while doing the task, I will be observed that each group participates with their contributions, and after that I will ask them to read the text, problems with water, and the groups will analyze in which paragraph of the reading they will find possible solutions of each problem in the first task. And after that, I will ask some questions like, why might a dam be a problem? Uh, Another question could be, uh, what is the main difficulty with all these solutions? And finally, who do you would be unhappy about a reforestation program? So together we will try to answer these questions and reflect on whether this type of problem currently occurs in our city or in our local area. And finally, we will conclude with the class by reviewing the topic and reflecting on the problems that we currently observe every day around us. So in modeling, I will ask the students to read the text, water pollution and cars and environment, and for the guided activity in pairs based on the theme about the environment and based on the analysis of both readings, carry out the activities proposed on the page 34 and 35. So then, for the independent practice, I will ask them that they have to work in the page 108 to match the sentences from table 1 with the table 2 using the sentences from the box. And finally, as a project, I will ask the student to research on the internet about the topic animals in danger of extinctions in Ecuador and write some sentences of cause and effect on the proposed topic. So here we have the examples of guided practice. And here the students have to work in pairs on page 34 of their base book and read the topic and read the reading. and water pollution, and then they have to complete the table by writing the causes and effects they found in the reading. And in addition, they have to read the reading Cars in the Environment on page 35, and they will value these sentences as false or true depending on the reading. And in the independent practice, the students on their worksheets will read the sentences in box 1 and 2, and they have to join the sentences using the cause effect connectors on the box, and then they have to write them complete sentences here. Here we have the examples of the sentences. Here are the connectors. And in this activity, they have to write complete sentences based in this example. In assessment, the students will be evaluated from the questionnaire that will be cover the topic of pollution. Here we have the format of the quiz. And finally, for close review and follow up, to end the class will be a brief feedback, and as a task, the students will create an infographic where they will write some solutions to stop water pollution. And this is the end of my presentation of lesson plan number 8, and thank you so much for watching this video.